Welcome to another episode of Weekly Gaming News, and guess what? PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan has officially left the company, and his role has been taken over by an interim exec. The last few months have seen a great deal of criticism aimed at Xbox boss Phil Spencer, thanks to the various controversies at Xbox and the fact that he happens to be celebrating 10 years in the job. But it's not as if PlayStation in general hasn't been suffering similar volumes of complaints. It's just that there's been no figurehead to aim them at. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan has been largely out of the public eye in the last 2 years, and Sunday was his last day on the job before retiring entirely. There is currently no clue who is going to replace him on a permanent basis, but in a final podcast for PlayStation, Ryan has insisted that, "I'd say right now we're at the top of our game." Yuji Naka, the creator of Sonic and director of the ill-fated Balan Wonderworld, has broken his self-imposed silence after nearly 16 months. In a recent tweet, he accused Yu Miyake, the producer of Square Enix's recently retasked Dragon Quest Flames of Fate, of lying in court. Naka's comments were translated from Japanese to English, and he expressed satisfaction that Miyake was removed from his position. He also hinted that the new Square Enix president, Takeshi Kiryu, might be a good person. Naka post says, Square Enix's Dragon Quest manager Miyake transferred to boost business. It feels like it's finally happening. I hope he'll be gone soon because he's the kind of person who submitted a memo with lies, with evidence to court. I've never met him, but the new president seems like a good person. It's worth noting that Naka himself has faced legal troubles. Last year, he was convicted of insider trading charges related to privileged information obtained while working for Square Enix. He received a 30-month suspended prison sentence and was fined a total of $1.2 million. Official online functionality for the Wii U may be no more, but unofficial Nintendo Network replacements are already out there. What's more, the fan-made service substitute Pretendo Network is now available even for those who don't want to hack their Wii U. In a blog post released today, Pretendo said, "Now that Nintendo Network has shut down, we are finally able to announce our latest project. This allows Wii U's the ability to have limited access to Pretendo without homebrew, using only DNS changes. For more information, see our full blog post." According to the statement, a DNS change is all that is now required to get the network replacement up and running on a Wii U. Full setup instructions are available on the Pretendo Network website. According to an exclusive report from Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, Ubisoft is planning to release a roguelike game later this year. This game, titled The Rogue Prince of Persia, is being developed by Evil Empire, the co-developer of the popular game Dead Cells. Initially, it will launch in early access on Steam. The art style of the game draws inspiration from Franco-Belgian comics and has been in development for 4 years. Interestingly, the title is expected to receive constant free updates and evolve over time based on community feedback. Ubisoft's Prince of Persia series has seen recent success with Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and this new game could continue the franchise's legacy. While we eagerly await further updates, it's exciting to think about the return of the Prince of Persia universe in a fresh and innovative way. One of the Google engineers who hacked the PlayStation Portal to run emulated PSP games has revealed that Sony has now fixed the exploit. The team responsibly reported the issues to PlayStation. In February, Andy Nguyen, a Google engineer working on cloud vulnerability research, and Kalle Svensson, another security engineer at Google, demonstrated a PlayStation Portal running Grand Theft Auto: Liberty City Stories natively using the PPSSPP emulator. The PlayStation Portal, officially designed as a handheld game streaming device that wirelessly connects to the PlayStation 5, was not intended for native game playback. However, the hack allowed the emulator to run without requiring Wi-Fi streaming. The exploit was software-based, eliminating the need for hardware exploitation. Despite this achievement, the team had no plans to release the hack publicly. Recently, Nguyen confirmed that the bugs were fixed in the update after their responsible disclosure to Sony. Nguyen expressed bemusement at the backlash regarding the disclosure, emphasizing that reporting the issue was the responsible course of action. After all, leaving the exploit unpatched would have been unlikely if it had been publicly released. Hellblade 2, the highly anticipated action game from Ninja Theory, is set to release soon, and there's an interesting technical detail. It will be locked at 30 frames per second on the Xbox Series X and S versions. Unfortunately, there won't be an optional performance mode available on consoles. However, the PC version of the game won't have this limitation and can achieve higher FPS, Mark Slater-Tunstall, the VFX director for Hellblade 2, explained that this decision was made to create a more cinematic experience. While he didn't specify the exact reasons behind this choice, it's intriguing to see how game developers balance performance and aesthetics. Perhaps it's related to the technical capabilities of the Xbox Series S, but that remains unconfirmed. Either way, Hellblade 2 promises to be a riveting and haunting experience, pushing the boundaries of real-time facial animation using Epic Games' metahuman animator technology. Whether you're playing on Xbox or eagerly awaiting the PC version, get ready for a captivating journey into Senua's world. According to insider reports, Sony's PS5 will indeed feature some smaller first-party games this year. Among these, there are rumors of a new Astrobot game in development. While details remain scarce, fans of the adorable robot can look forward to more adventures in the PlayStation universe. Whether it's a standalone title or a VR experience like the excellent Rescue Mission, we'll have to wait and see. So, keep an eye out for updates, and let's hope Astrobot continues to charm players with its delightful antics. Back in February, Nintendo confirmed that the Switch family had sold over 139 million units since the OG console's launch in March 2017. Almost 2 months later, it's reasonably safe to assume that sales have now comfortably marched past the 140 million mark. This means that the Switch only needs to sell a further 15 million to surpass the PS2 at 155 million units. Right? Well, not quite. According to PlayStation's ex-CEO Jim Ryan, who appeared on the official PlayStation podcast to commemorate his time at the firm, states that the PS2 has actually sold a total of 160 million units. This means the Switch is roughly 20 million units shy of becoming the best-selling console of all time by current estimates. Personally, I think Jim Ryan is full of crap and talking out of his ass on this matter. Microsoft has unveiled the first wave of games arriving on Xbox Game Pass in April 2024, and it's not too bad. Here are the titles you can look forward to. Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, arriving on April 11. Conclude Lara Croft's Origin trilogy with this action-packed adventure, complete with all DLC challenge tombs and additional content. Harold Halibut, release on April 16th. Immerse yourself in a handmade narrative game set aboard a city-sized spaceship submerged in an alien ocean. This one looks really cool, and I'm loving the art style of this game also. LEGO 2K Drive, arriving on April 3. Get ready for a whimsical all-ages kart racer with an incredible custom vehicle creation tool. Little Gator Game, launching on April 4. Hop into this fun game and explore its colorful world. I might download this one for my daughter, as I am sure she will love this game. Roblox, the platform that empowers users to make anything you can imagine through in-game development tools, has garnered 71 million users globally. However, concerns about potential child exploitation have arisen due to the large number of young Roblox developers. The business model reportedly pays creators an average of 28.9 cents per dollar spent. In response to these accusations, Stefano Corazza, the head of Roblox Studio, offers a different perspective. Corazza contends that for many creators, Roblox represents a gift rather than exploitation. He emphasizes that the platform provides opportunities for people worldwide, including those in challenging circumstances. Imagine a 15-year-old in Indonesia living in a slum, armed only with a laptop. Through Roblox, they can create something, earn money, and improve their quality of life. Corazza acknowledges the flip side of democratization, especially when catering to a younger audience. However, he highlights the positive impact. Creators who didn't feel exploited but instead experienced the joy of creating, reaching millions of users, and even achieving financial independence. Roblox has distributed close to $1 billion to creators annually, a remarkable feat. Nintendo's marketing campaign for Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door, has begun, and ahead of the Switch game's launch next month, it shared some new posts on social media, including a letter from Peach, as well as some more footage of the game. Peach's letter to Mario makes note of her holiday in the Mushroom Kingdom and how she is visiting a town called Rogue Port, which you'll likely be familiar with if you played the GameCube original. As for the video clip, there's some new footage in there, and while it only runs for 33 seconds, it's still nice to see the facelift the Switch version has had. In an internal memo, Bond says the company has established a new team dedicated to game preservation, which will ensure the Xbox library will be accessible to future generations. We have formed a new team dedicated to game preservation, important to all of us at Xbox and the industry itself, Bond wrote in an email obtained by Windows Central. We are building on our strong history of delivering backwards compatibility to our players, and we remain committed to bringing forward the amazing library of Xbox games for future generations of players to enjoy. Compared to Nintendo and Sony, Xbox is already the most dedicated to backwards compatibility, with over 600 Xbox 360 titles playable on the Xbox Series X, along with a number of original Xbox titles. Monster Hunter Stories Physical Collection includes a download code. Updated listings for the standalone physical version of the first Monster Hunter Stories game on Switch have now appeared on sites like Play Asia. You can pre-order the Japan and Asia versions, with both including English language support. This collection includes both the original Monster Hunter Stories game and its sequel. The first game comes on a physical game card, while the second game is accessible via a download voucher. Capcom has confirmed that this physical package will arrive in the US on June 14, 2024, if you prefer a purely digital experience. The same collection will also be available for purchase digitally on the same date. And that's pretty much it for this episode. Not a really big week in gaming news after Easter, but I am sure once this video goes up on YouTube, some really big news stories will happen. So, until next time, take care guys.